Codependency is entrained cowardice. Fawn responding is entrained cowardice. To the extent that it's fundamentally conflict averse. You can be a big tough guy and a big tough girl and still be a fucking coward. In fact, I've noticed a really high correlation. You know what you see is like superficially being very tough. So you speak to like soldiers, bodyguards, police, MMA fighters, bodybuilders, fucking nightclub bouncers and all that. The overwhelming majority of those people are in abusive relationships, men and women, like female cops, female fighters, same thing, men and women, it's all the same thing. Why? Because in the Adlerian sense, their toughness, the machismo, the front that they're putting out is a compensatory gesture. He was the man who came up with the term inferiority complex. That's Alfred Adler, who was modeled a pretty important chunk of his work on the work of Nietzsche. Nietzsche's the guy who gives us the idea of the slave morality. The idea that if you have a moral system that says submission, meekness, fawning, and codependency is good, you have the moral system of a slave. The moral system of the masters is not saying submission, your reward is in the afterlife, be good, bear the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune. The more endurance you have, the more you can tolerate pain now, the more morally righteous you are, and the bigger apartment you'll be given when you actually die and go to heaven. This is according to Nietzsche's idea of the slave morality, is wrong. And it breeds codependence, and it breeds resentment, and then it breeds ressentiment. Forgive my French, pardon my French. Ressentiment. If you're interested, go look it up. So this is what we're actually trying to overcome here. When you'd be like, no, dude, I just don't want to be in narcissistically abusive relationships. And I'd say, no, dude, if you don't want to be in narcissistically abusive relationships, you need to uproot the philosophical roots of how you view reality. Because if you're telling yourself a story that being meek and submissive is good, and that giving yourself away for others is always the best option, you're sick and you're a coward. You're not morally righteous, because that's not a choice. That's a compulsion. The new course on codependency is out. It's called Summoning the Self, and it's available now from SpartanLifeCoach.com. This course goes straight into the suprastructure of the personality, such as personalities are, the fictional structure, and starts pointing directly at the beliefs that hold the patterns of behavior that we call codependency, echo, fawn responding, and people pleasing in place. And yes, thank you. I look forward to speaking to you soon. Cheerio.